Hey everybody in internet land, Erwin McCann, your 5-star leader with Numis Network and your big wave marketing mentor. And I wanted to share a thought, a training tip for those of you that are a part of network marketing and are building a sideline business and ultimately creating a sideline income in how to really get started and not feel overwhelmed. I was talking with an individual yesterday, and of course, many of you know my primary company is Numis Network, the world's first and only network marketing company pioneering gold and silver. But beyond that, giving people a real chance to build financial security, to really impact their life. And so, of course, people are so busy, and when they look at a program, look at an opportunity, they say, man, it looks good, it's awesome, but I'm already so busy, I don't have any time. Well, the first thing I say is, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, will you have less time? So, while you will have to take and allocate some of your time, it is important to begin that process today, or else you will find yourself staying on that vicious cycle and never getting off. 5, 10 years from now, you're not going to have any more time. You will still be deficient. And really the key is really understanding time management. The second thing is that this business model, network marketing, is not built in 8 hours a day. It's built in little increments of time, little cracks of time. Here's how you do it, and I recommend you do this. Number one, of course, you need to determine what it is you want. Many people fail not because they're not smart, but they just don't determine what they want. They took a Harvard survey, and they surveyed a number of students prior to graduating from Harvard and afterwards, and the ones that were making $100,000+ a year, some 15, 20 years later, were ones that specifically wrote down their goals. So I encourage you today, make sure you write down your goals. When you write the goal down and your eyeball sees your goal on that paper and you've committed it, it's inexcusable now. Now you know that is what you want. And then, it's amazing how situations and circumstances start opening doors and people start coming to you and start presenting the opportunities start presenting themselves. All right, so that's the first thing. Write your goal down. Second thing you want to do is you want to really leverage, and that's a very important word, leverage a system, leverage a system, some tools, whether local opportunity meetings for exposure. In what we do, we call them PBRs, tools that actually help you prospect, systems, because see, tools, systems, and events, those are the things that duplicate. And so I encourage you to leverage. One of the number one things that we show people how to do is leverage using what is called a PBR. This is where someone can see the business in a very comfortable, relaxed, easy to duplicate environment. Private business reception, and this is what has absolutely exploded our business and our team's business, and I recommend you do that. So that's one way you leverage. The other way you leverage is to utilize three-way calls. When you can make a call to a person in your business, and in my business it's Numis, a leader in our company who can answer the questions, handle the objections, lend credibility, edify you, then you're on your way. You're not trying to do it all by yourself, and certainly not trying to promote yourself. It's like lifting a sofa alone. You won't be having to lift it by yourself. As the saying says, you're in business for yourself but not by yourself. Now, the third thing is you want to plug into any additional training on a weekly basis that is available, whether it's a conference call, whether it's a webinar, whether it's a local meeting. And again, in the case for us, PBRs. As a matter of fact, Numis Network just did a phenomenal first ever Ustream, a live PBR from their home office, where I understand close to 1,000 people were plugged in. It absolutely has lit on fire and created such momentum for many team members. So I am excited to present this information to you. It's just something that has come to light as far as a question that kept coming up. How do I get started, and how do I not feel overwhelmed? It is through leveraging. You leverage PBRs, you leverage your three-way calls, you leverage your leaders, you leverage systems, tools, and events. And the third thing you do is you just stay steady. Don't quit. Many people fail not because they're not bright and intelligent, or even that they didn't miss an opportunity. They seize it, but they quit too soon. You might be just a few seconds away from breakthrough. You might just be a week or two away from several handshakes of new reps that change your business and change the whole complexion, the whole momentum of your team. Are you willing to stay steady and not quit? Anybody can quit, but it takes a leader. It takes a leader, really, someone with character and integrity to stay the course. You know, I want to wrap up with this. There's a story of the Chinese bamboo tree. I'm not sure if you've ever read about the Chinese bamboo tree, but this tree grows, has a phenomenal growth spurt. But the tree actually takes 5 years to grow. But in the first 4 years, you don't see anything. You don't see any signs, not any indication of growth, because there's nothing that breaks soil. But in the 4th year, you start seeing that Chinese bamboo tree stalk come out of the ground, and it grows, I'm told, in about 6 weeks, 90 feet. Here's the question: how long did it take for that tree to grow? Did it take 6 weeks or 5 years? It took 5 years. And I'm not saying it's going to take 5 years, but for the Chinese bamboo tree, all Chinese bamboo seeds grow into trees in 5 years. But from the start, day one, to the end process, that tree is growing. So don't negate and don't nullify your growth time. For some people, so for some individuals, they will seem as if they're growing faster, but what it is their Chinese bamboo tree, or their planting, their germination time was just a little earlier than yours. Everybody grows at a different pace, but if you will get started, stay steady, and don't quit, you will be like that Chinese bamboo tree, and you will flourish and come up, and man, it's going to be exciting and it's going to be awesome. So go ahead and implement this, guys. This is just my quick little training for you today. ErwinMcKen.com, or connect with me on Facebook, or you can hit me up at the number going across the screen. Your 5-star leader with Numis Network, Erwin McKen, signing out from Toronto, Canada. We'll see you at the top. Bye for now.